Hai dan salam sejahtera. Nama saya Misha Nanthakumar. Saya berasal dari Kajang, Selangor. Saya merupakan mahasiswa tahun ketiga dari Universiti Putra Malaysia (UPM) dan sedang mengambil Bachelor Pentadbiran Perniagaan. Untuk berkongsi sedikit tentang antara bidang yang saya berkecimpung adalah sangat berkait rapat dengan youth empowerment, social entrepreneurship and literacy. Jadi baru-baru ini saya telah terpilih sebagai antara campus director di bawah Hult Prize Foundation, which is in partnership with the United Nations. And Hult Prize is a global social entrepreneurship movement in over 121 countries. Dan selaku campus director, kami diberi amanat untuk melaksanakan on-campus program di universiti masing-masing, dan ini merupakan peringkat paling awal untuk the Global Hult Prize journey. Kedua, baru-baru ini juga saya telah terpilih sebagai top 20 for the UNICEF Internship Support Programme, in which I'm engaged to the MYReaders NGO, whereby we focus on children development and fighting illiteracy in Malaysia. Seterusnya, youth empowerment initiatives yang telah saya laksanakan selaku mantan Presiden FEMSA, iaitu Student Association of School of Business and Economics UPM 2019-20. Di samping beberapa inisiatif yang lain, telah menjadi antara faktor dominan untuk saya dianugerahkan sebagai Global Excellence Young Leader Award oleh Malaysian Students Global Alliance (MSGA) pada baru-baru ini. Kalau dikatakan bagaimana saya berminat dalam bidang ini, saya actually akan relate kepada penglibatan aktif saya semasa zaman persekolahan. Misalnya, selain daripada memegang pelbagai jawatan dalam badan kepimpinan pada masa sekolah dulu, antara highlights pencapaian saya pada peringkat negeri, kebangsaan maupun antarabangsa adalah menjadi pengacara Majlis Sempena Malaysia di Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, bila saya dan pasukan sekolah saya dulu diberi peluang sebagai wakil Malaysia pada masa itu untuk ke Vietnam. And then saya juga dulu pernah menjadi silver medalist bagi Malaysian Agricultural Invention Show, menjadi calon tokoh nilam Selangor, and juga saya merupakan pemain catur peringkat MSS Selangor. Jadi dari segi akademik, tadi tu saya cerita pasal co-curriculum. So from academic perspective, it was always on track as well. Whereby dulu masa UPSR, saya telah dianugerahkan sebagai tokoh akademik. And then untuk PT3, I was also one of the best student. And I was awarded as the best science stream SPM student in SMP Konvent Kajang for SPM. Jadi segala penglibatan ini seolah-olah menjadi sebahagian daripada diri saya untuk kekal aktif dan sentiasa menghasilkan impak apabila saya menjejakkan kaki ke alam matrikulasi atau dan universiti. Dan bidang-bidang yang saya ceburi juga memang can say is very much relevant, because in sekolah, masa persekolahan pun I'm always engaged with leadership, entrepreneurship and like many more, like even sports. So kalau nak tengok motivasi tu, is basically the foundation of the masa persekolahan always motivated me to do more and always told me that there is something more that I could do every day, each moment, and there's impact to be created. So itulah yang menjadi motivasi bagi diri saya. Siapakah yang mendorong saya setiap hari untuk terus bergerak maju? Pertama sekali, all the credit goes to my family, especially ayah dan ibu saya, kerana seperti pepatah Melayu berbunyi, melentur bulu biarlah dari rebungnya. Jadi saya sedar bahawa segala pencapaian atau hala tuju saya sehingga ke peringkat ini adalah hasil asuhan dan bimbingan ayah dan ibu saya bagi membentuk a strong foundation untuk kakak dan diri saya sendiri agar kami dapat mengembangkan potensi diri kami sehingga ke peringkat ini. Tidak dilupakan juga, kakak saya, Misha Nanthakumar, merupakan antara inspirasi dan pendorong utama saya dalam apa jua yang saya lakukan, dan beliau sendiri merupakan seorang ikon belia yang telah dianugerahkan sebagai penebat terbaik parlimentari di Baton 2019 pada tahun lepas. Selain itu, saudara mara, warga pendidik dan kawan-kawan juga sentiasa supportive dan mendorong saya untuk sentiasa bergerak maju. Ingin saya tambah juga, I feel that every single person that I meet in this life definitely have an impact on my journey so far, be it directly or indirectly, and I feel that there's always something to learn from each person, and there's no one inferior or superior to one another. So I would like to say a big thank you to everyone who has been a part of my journey, my parents, sister, my relatives, teachers, friends, and everyone that I've came across in this life. Thank you so much. Nasihat saya kepada belia di luar sana ialah everyone has their own potentials and opportunities are always in abundance. So, if you're passionate about something or still figuring out passion along the way, just go and get started. Because I think something that pulls back many individuals from not venturing into what they want is that they think they are not good enough or they fear trying. But I would say you only learn when you get started and eventually you'll figure things out along the way. Also, feel free to reach out help and guidance from the better so that you could be more effective at what you do, and there's no harm that you get inputs from people who are more experienced than you are. And lastly, always believe in you. Harapan saya pada masa akan datang adalah untuk mencipta lebih banyak impak sosial, especially dengan mempraktikkan konsep youth empowerment and social entrepreneurship to tackle SDG 1, 2 and 12 of the United Nations. Seterusnya, saya juga berharap agar penglibatan belia dalam melakukan impak sosial akan meningkat pada masa akan datang kerana bagi saya it's more of a responsibility to serve back for the betterment of our community. Perkara membanggakan yang telah saya lakukan, I would like to share a bit on my Hult Prize journey and my UNICEF Internship Support Programme journey with MYReaders NGO. So during MCO, memang saya tak expect diri saya untuk menjadi terlalu sibuk dengan projek-projek dan kerja intern, but I'm definitely glad that I had a productive time and these projects are actually still going together with my intern. So untuk berkongsi sedikit tentang my Hult Prize program, sesuatu yang saya rasa bangga adalah kejayaan pasukan kami Hult Prize in UPM untuk menganjurkan Hult Prize Global Lead Forum yang telah disertai oleh delegasi dari Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Bangladesh and India. Jadi kenapa saya katakan this event is special to me is because it is definitely a major virtual event which would be like my first time to organize this kind of mega event as well virtually. Bersama dengan pasukan saya we organized it and involving delegates from over 5 countries. I think that is quite huge. Plus we made this a success with many positive feedbacks received, and to say we did only 2 weeks of planning for this event. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank my team, Kai as the Deputy Director, Department Managers, Ari, Visha, Kimi, Mohaimin and Nithya for being strong pillars for the Hult Prize UPM journey till date today. Next, as for my UNICEF Internship Support Programme journey with MYReaders NGO, I've been involved in a project called Read at Home campaign, the Gadis chapter, which aims to empower young girls and also cultivate the reading habit among children, especially during the MCO period. The highlights of this campaign is that we managed to get influential literacy ambassadors such as Datuk Nicole David, YAM Tengku Zatasha, YB Michelle, Melissa Idris, and many more literacy ambassadors to join our cause in conjunction with the National Month of Literacy on September. To add on as well, this campaign was also recognized and we got featured in the Bernama. So I would like to share credits with Rachel, who have been assisting me all along during this campaign period, and the whole of MYReaders team, and also the Taylor's Girl Lab for being our collaborating partners to make this campaign a success. Berkenaan idola atau inspirasi saya, I do get inspired by the stories of well-known successful people like Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Ma and Bill Gates because these people were highly determined to pursue and realize their goals despite the many challenges they had to face. And to say, not everyone had faith on them during the initial stages of them getting started with their ideas or visions. But nevertheless, they believed in their own abilities and their goals, and now the whole world is looking up upon them. Second, selain daripada inspirasi daripada well-known successful people, I also like to take youths as my inspiration because it always speaks well of the youth empowerment that I believe in. Jadi selain daripada kakak saya, I look highly upon a graduated Bangladeshi senior from a university whose story has always been incredibly amazing and inspiring to me. And that is Prive Shomi Hassan, who's a water, sanitation and hygiene activist. Shomi has received many recognitions for her outstanding humanitarian and social works, which include receiving awards from President Barack Obama, being the recipient of the Diana Legacy Award and many more. But here, besides all the recognitions and awards she had received, I'm amazed on how she actually started to find her purpose in life to be a global change matchmaker. I'm sharing a little of this with Shomi's concern. So when Shomi was younger, she lost her mom who passed away due to diarrhea, and it was a shock to Shomi as her mom was perfectly fine the days before, and it was quite crazy to digest the fact that how one could actually die due to diarrhea. But as Shomi, she started to do research after that, she found that over 10,000 of people in her country are annually dying due to diarrhea, and this is the turning point of her to co-found an organization called Awareness 360, and she started to advocate for the UN SDG Sustainable Development Goals, which is clean water and sanitation. So that's the story of previous Shomi Hassan, whom I always look up to as one of my inspiration. Kekangan tu saya akan kata time management, especially pada peringkat awal apabila semua tanggungjawab ini perlu digalas pada masa yang sama. Contohnya, the very beginning when I got selected as the campus director for the Hult Prize Programme, I also was selected for the UNICEF Internship Support Programme, and then I had my studies along. At the same time as well, I was managing my responsibility as the president of FEMSA. So it was like quite many things to foresee at once. Plus, especially bila saya memegang jawatan-jawatan penting dalam organisasi dan projek, I can't afford to overlook plannings and certain details. So that was a challenge at the beginning, but along the way when I got started and I believed in my abilities, things got smooth and much manageable along the way. I also learned on how to sort things or plannings more effectively and efficiently. Another thing is that probably kebanyakan daripada kita melihat situasi COVID dan pembatalan program-program fizikal sebagai satu kekangan, tapi bagi saya personally, saya melihat ini sebagai satu peluang untuk kita adapt to the new norm untuk melaksanakan virtual events yang mana kosnya adalah bahkan jauh lebih rendah. But just that the challenge here would be cara pelaksanaan to maintain the momentum and engagement from audience bila kita buat virtual events, and especially we need to be more creative and innovative dari segi perancangan dan pembawaan event itu sendiri. So this would be my challenges that I face in terms of time management. Pandangan saya terhadap belia di Malaysia ialah setiap daripada kita mempunyai potensi masing-masing dan setiap individu mempunyai keunikan mereka tersendiri. Segelintir daripada kita mungkin lebih awal mengenali potensi diri atau hala tuju sendiri, namun bagi segelintir individu mungkin mereka masih tercari-cari siapa diri mereka yang sebenar. But whatever it is, jika ada sesuatu yang men-trigger diri anda untuk melakukan atau mencuba suatu perkara, as long as it's a good thing to do, then just get started. Ingat juga bahawa walaupun peluang di luar sana adalah begitu banyak sekali, namun setiap peluang itu hanya datang sekali. Dan terkadang juga apabila kita terlalu menyasarkan suatu peluang, tapi pada ketika itu mungkin rezeki tidak menyebelahi diri kita, always remember that when one door closes, another door opens. So always keep the momentum and spirit high. And just a little sharing, as a chess player myself, I realized the importance of 3S in whatever we do. So the 3S refers to skill, speed, and stamina. Because in chess game, we have time control, example, 20 minutes of the rapid chess or even 5 minutes blitz chess game. So every second that a chess player plans and moves the pieces, time will be running, and that's how life is too. Time is always running, and all you need to do is get started with your actions. Next, for skill. In chess, to develop a competitive game, you need to have the skills to strategize your opening, middle game, and also end game. And in life, your skills would determine the quality of output you produce and also sets a measure of the grip you have upon your present and future doing. And lastly, for stamina, although we have the fast speed and we are a skillful player, we have to remember that sometimes our mind would get tired at a point of time, or even we get physically tired. So it's how we build the stamina to keep our momentum going on along with the speed and the skill that we possess. Be it in chess game or any other sports or in life itself, I think these three things are very, very relevant. 3 perkataan yang sesuai dengan diri saya: sense of ownership, determination, and simplicity. First, I say sense of ownership because I take absolute responsibility upon my growth, learnings, and actions, which in a way leads me to be more independent and enhances my sense of survival, especially stepping into this adulthood phase right now. Second, it's determination because when I really want something, I would go all out to give the best I could. However, just to point out as well, while being determined on something or a particular goal, I don't tie myself to the expectations of outcomes, but rather I have the hope, which I feel it's more healthy that way. And lastly, to describe my inner personality besides my attitude towards my goals, I would say that I'm a very simple person in the sense of me expressing my emotions, my thoughts, the happiness I get from the slightest kind gestures, and also the way I enjoy the company of nature, especially to get a sight of the greens and walking alone under the night sky is something I love to do. So these are the three things that would describe me, that is sense of ownership, determination, and simplicity.